This week's episode of Facts or Gnaw is brought to you by therogueshop.com. If you're in need of high-quality, all-natural herbs and extracts that contribute to a happy, healthy lifestyle, the Rogue Shop is the place for you. With a variety of products that contribute to a healthy sleep, lower stress, and a happy mood, the Rogue Shop has you covered. Visit them at therogueshop.com and use code RAPPORT today. Tell them the War Report sent you. What's up, War Report family? We are back with another great edition of Facts or Gnaw. Fellas, y'all ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's get it kicked off like this. Facts or Gnaw, Auburn will have 2 players chosen as lottery picks during the 2022 NBA draft. Fellas, what do you think?
You know, I am going to say nah. I'm going to say nah. Jabari is obviously a top 3 pick, but the other lottery eligible player will be Kessler. And it's not that he couldn't get drafted top 14. It's that that's a dicey proposition when we know that there are a lot of really athletic, super high ceiling players out there. Listen, we've seen what Kessler's value can be on the floor. I think his ability to defend with the feet that he has, being able to move as well as he does as a big man, bodes very well. But swatting all those shots, that's not going to happen on guys that are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" in the league. That value diminishes a little bit, and for that reason, I think he probably ends up late first round, early second. So I'm going to say nah.
Yeah, I'm going to say nah here. I think that Kessler has had an amazing season, and he has played so well, especially during the latter half. Defensively, he's come on offensively as well in some spots. I think because of his improvement as the season has progressed, it has caused people to discuss him as being a potential lottery pick. But like B said, there are a lot of talented guys who are already in that discussion who've been having amazing seasons all throughout the season. So while I think Kessler ends up being a first round pick, which would be amazing for Auburn in the upcoming draft, I'm not quite sure if he takes another step forward during the rest of the season to improve his draft stock to be a lottery pick. So I'm going to say nah.
Yep, I'm definitely going facts on this one. Guys, we all know Jabari is going to be a lottery pick, but Kessler, wait until the NCAA Tourney. He's going to block every team in the tourney, and what NBA team doesn't need a guy who can go out and block like 10 shots a game? We all need that. I'm going facts on this one. Kessler has an impressive NCAA Tourney, earns himself a lottery.
All right, guys, facts or nah? Derek Hall will once again lead the Auburn defense in sacks in 2022. Now, 2021, he had a total of 9 sacks. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm going facts on this one. I think if you take a look at last season, there was a clear progression in his growth. I think that culminates in him leading the team in sacks. Derek Hall's got good technique. He's got the strength. He's got one more year in the strength and conditioning program that I think will make him even stronger and able to just move things in his way. I'm going facts on this one. I like Derek Hall to maybe even lead the SEC in sacks.
I am going facts as well. Only reason being that Caleb Wooden is going to be working from the inside. TD Moultrie has departed. Aku Leota only came on in pass rush situations only, which left a few more snaps for him, for Derek Hall than Aku Leota, and I think that will probably continue. I know Aku Leota wants to be an every down edge rusher, but Derek Hall already has that distinction, and I think he turns it up a notch. You stay for an extra year. You don't come back and forego the NFL to just duplicate what you've already done. He's got to be extremely special. He's had very good coaching. We saw the elevation from year 2 to 3. I think this is a year he breaks into the double digits, and I would expect no less than 13 sacks from Derek Hall. I'm saying facts.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to have to go for a clean sweep here and say facts as well. Hall definitely took a step forward in this past year, and he's actually cemented himself as one of the leaders of this team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So barring injury, I fully expect him to get a majority of the snaps, a lot of opportunities for him to rush the passer. I think he takes a step forward and improves and actually gets more sacks, causing him to definitely lead this defense in sacks. I like Aku Leota, but I think Derek Hall is the guy to beat here. Facts.
All right, fellas. Facts or no? The shakeup of the on and off-field football staff yields a top 12 recruiting class for the 2023 cycle. What do we think?
Yeah, I'm going to say no on this one. I see them being maybe at best a top 15 recruiting class. But guys, we already know how much more difficult this recruiting cycle became given the drama circulating the football program. And I think the tall task that this coaching staff has on their hands is convincing kids that they're going to be around after the next season. And so that's going to be heavily dependent on the results we see on the field. And so considering what we see with that, giving their recruiting efforts, I think we would pull out a top 20, maybe even a top 15, but top 12, you need a lot of recruiting momentum going out for 2021. And given how that ended, we have an uphill battle. I'm going nah here.
Yeah, I'm going to go nah on this one. There is not enough sunshine in your sunny D to pump into this question. Top 12 is going to be difficult. If Auburn has a top 12 class, it likely means that we won the West or we pumped hella NIL money into this program this season. So we're going to have a good showing from this team on the field to pull in a top 12 class. I'm not sure I see that the events of this offseason have made that a tall task. I don't know if we need a top 12 class to be successful, but I'm going to give them a pass on this one and say, nah, top 12 is tough.
Let me be the lone believer in what Auburn football is building right here. I'm going to say facts. I'm going to tell you why. Brian Harsin had an offseason full of drama, and even though it looked terrible from the outside looking in, I think it will have the effect of weeding out the non-believers, even those who hadn't made it in yet. Instead of chasing players who don't fit the mold, the players who fit the mold of what Brian Harsin wants to build will now be more attracted. Those parents will be impressed by the resolve he showed to make it through this, and in the face of all the big money boosters who pretty much decide how things go. I think that won more people than Brian Harsin had in his camp internally and externally. That's number one. Number two, we've now have the recruiting staff in place that we did not have last year. We know that Coach Etheridge, Zach, he's also the associate head coach, but we know he has recruiting responsibilities. Trevon Reed was supposedly pivotal in that push we made in early signing day. Now he's high up on the ladder on the recruiting side as well. We've got an edge coach. We've heard more about recruiting in his first week than we heard a lot about Burt Watts in a full year. We're making some headway. I think all of this drama has kind of calmed things down in a way. They know what's in front of them. They know the challenge ahead of them. I would have said top 10 if it weren't for the fact that USC and Miami might actually be back now. However, I think top 12 is doable because everybody is going in the same direction in this program. Facts. Let's do it. Damn it.
Well, you guys know what time it is. It's time for our Rogue Shop fan question of the week. This week's question comes from our guy, Colton BB on Twitter. That's Colton_BB21. And he asks, facts or nah, Auburn basketball changes their starting lineup before the SEC tournament. Fellas, what do we think about this?
I'm going to say nah on this one. And a big reason for that is Bruce Pearl is big on player rotations and getting guys a lot of minutes coming off the bench anyway. So regardless of who starts the game, and I know Auburn has been starting off a bit slow, but the guys who really have led in terms of scoring coming off the bench, Wendell Green, a few other guys, I mean, he's going to need those guys to continue to come off the bench when the starters come off the court. So I think the rotation is right where Bruce wants. They just need to figure out ways to get these guys going a lot sooner. I still see Flanagan still starting. I like what Cambridge brings coming off the bench in terms of his effort, offensive rebounding, and even defense. They even hit a three here and there. High flying, high scoring. Again, he complements Wendell Green as well, who also comes off the bench. So I like the type of rotations that Bruce has right now. And I think we just need to improve in some other areas going into the tournament. I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say facts. I'm going to say facts because I think we've seen that we have an issue with the first unit. in their ability to score. We can defend like crazy, but except Jasper is not really a scoring guard. KD is a scoring guard, but he kind of has to just have the right night to be a scorer that we can count on. It comes down to Flanigan at the 3, and I think that's what changes. You put Cambridge in there, sure. You want Wendell Green in there with Cambridge on the floor at the same time. You want your lob threat to be in there with your best passing guard. I get it. However, Flanigan in the second unit, or at least offsetting Wendell Green maybe, allows him to have some ball handling responsibilities and maybe be more of a playmaker because he hasn't been able to get that in the slot with the starting lineup. And I'm not sure exactly what combination around Flanigan makes that work, but he seems to be kind of the sore spot in that lineup. And without some consistent scoring, we're going to be down fighting for our lives a lot. I think Bruce and the staff, they know what they're doing. They may do it, they may not. But if I was going to do it, that's why I changed something. So I'm going to say facts because somebody asked me the question. So it's what I think. So facts.
Yeah, I'm going to go facts on this one, guys. I don't know how anybody could look at our first half scoring and not think the changes are coming to that starting lineup. So getting off the faster starts is certainly going to be important. That is definitely a puzzle they have to solve going in to SEC play, is SEC tournament play. So I think Bruce will make the changes that he needs to make. Flanigan, I think he's playing admirably, but he is not doing well right now out of the gate. So his play is spotty at best. Maybe, as B said, put Cambridge in there and see if he can inject some life into this offense, catching some lobs and rebounding, which he's been doing well as of late. So I'm going to go with facts on this one. I think we see changes to try to get Auburn going. Well, that's it for another great edition of Facts or Naw, brought to you by RogueShop.com. Go check them out for all your herbal supplement needs. Guys, we want to hear from you. So if you want to be featured on this segment, hit us up on Twitter or Instagram, #FactsOrNaw, and we'll get your question on the next segment. Other than that, you guys know where to find us. We are The War Report on every single social media platform, including TikTok, where we are TW Report. We're signing off, and as always, War Eagle.
War Eagle.